But yeah, was TikTok damn alive. Um, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? But yeah, we back on this thing. We back on this thing. What's up, Jules? What's up, Jules? What's up, Mother? Wazzy? What? What? Hopefully this folks ain't too disrespectful on here. This live. We'll see. I don't know. These folks these past 2 days. Folks these past 2 days have been ridiculous. Let's get up to 1,000 likes though. 82 views and get up to over 1,000 likes, then 5,000. I don't even know. Oh, I just got this shit in the background, honestly. What did she even say in the other live? She said like she laughed. She had laughed. She had laughed when cause what fucking Tyron, he brought up how I'm a descendant of Pocahontas' daughter. And I was telling the story and then she laughed and like, oh y'all just making shit up or something like that. We just making things up. I'm like, what? I'm like, watch who like who was y'all talking to? I knew that happened. Yeah, I got it appealed. Yeah, I got the shit appealed. What's up, CR? What's up, CR? What's up, CR? But yeah, folks had me fucked up these last two lives. I'm not gonna lie. Folks had me fucked up. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, yeah. I wish we could see these people in real life. Oh, brother, I know. I'll probably be in the cell. I don't. Like I'm that type. I'd rather avoid you. Yeah, I'd rather avoid you before I get violent with you. You are not pretending. Thank you. What's up, South South? But nah, that shit that pissed me off. I'm like, what? Yeah, shit. People thinking shit a joke. People be thinking shit a joke. Like, you're not joking. Your ancestors are from Africa. Bro. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Tell us something we haven't heard before. Tell us something we haven't heard before, please. Is anybody going to tell us something we haven't heard? I don't understand. Thank you for the follow, champ. Like, blah, blah, blah. Just yapping, yeah. Uh-huh. So what you're saying that, oh my gosh. Then y'all get the same shit. Y'all get the same shit like this. So you saying this transatlantic slave trade never happened? Like did those words come out my mouth? Like blah blah blah, yeah. Tell us something we haven't heard before. Is that what you're saying? Is that something that came out my mouth? Content creator. Yeah, I'm gonna make content out of you if you don't shut the hell up. Where's the content? Up your ass. What's up, Young Noble? What's up, Young Noble? Where's the context or context? Maybe. The hell? Get your freaky ass on and mute it, Jeff. Why the fuck would you? I don't even know who you are. Like, get your freaky ass on somewhere. Like, the fuck? Talking about some come get it. What the hell type of time you on? Oh man. But yeah, it just is it your insecurities? What? What's it pretending? Go Google it. You can Google it and just tell me, let me know what pops up when you Google pretending. Haitian queen. Hmm. Is it your insecurities? Insecure about what? Insecure about what? People can request up though. What's up, Santana? South Asians. What's up, Sun Goddess? Yes, I am. I mean, I was just reading your goddamn handle. I want to know if you was Haitian or not. Unless I ain't see all your name. What's up, man? But thank you for the likes. Yes, I am Haitian. We got Riz, Mongwa, we got Javier, no recoil. What's up, Duke? Uh, you don't have to argue with government records for sure. What's up, Dia? How you doing? That is for certain. Oh man. But yeah, anybody can request up. It's an open panel. It's an open panel. Uh, hmm. Who's Mr. Okay, what's up? What's up?
Yo, what's up, man? What's going on?
No, you at the gym or something? I was about to hear your background pretty loud. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, they kept a record like a trophy. What's up?
Is it different? I try to go somewhere else.
Yeah, you better now. Yeah, it's better now.
Okay, yeah. So just to touch on the prompt, I would say that the BOK Americans are not pretendians. More an amalgamation, of course, of different ethnicities. I do believe that Black Americans do have African ancestry, but also have indigenous ancestry as well. A lot more than what people would like to admit. But it's something that you have to do in your own time so far as doing your own research, coming to that conclusion.
All right, for sure. Where you from?
New York.
New York. All right. Your family from the South?
Yeah, my family. I have family. I have a lot of family. Actually, we're spread out all over the country, but yeah, there's a large portion down south.
All right. Copper. Well, yeah. For sure. What's up, Cop? What's up, Copper? Copper Smurf. Man, I know it. What's up, Niji? What's up, Niji? But yeah, we just chilling.
See,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
that's what I like about you, Dave. See,
Hmm.
your family has been together for like centuries. So you have all your backgrounds, all your ancestors, and you know what I mean. So you're good with that. But
Yeah.
everybody doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have that information. But I
Right.
love that you have all your information. So because I'm rolling with you because I know for a fact that it's nobody African in my family, but I
Mhm.
don't have all the information like, you know what I mean? My family lives
Right.
together. So it was like broken. My family's been broken up like a couple centuries, couple ancestors ago. So it's just like, as far as
Mhm.
me, like my mother, I know I had my grandmother. Like I don't even know nobody on my father's side.
Right.
Like I met my father. I saw my father when I was a kid, and I met him again when I was like 17. I'm 50 now. You know what I mean? And when I met him when I was 17, like a year later, he supposed to pass away. And one of his friends supposed to call me and say he passed away. I don't know if that was true or not. I was like, you know what? Whatever. You know what I mean? Because I haven't seen the dude. So it was
Right.
just like, okay. So I don't know none of my dad's parents. Cousins and nothing like that. But I'm supposed to have like a sister on my father's side. I think I got like 2 sisters on my father's side. And then like a couple years later, when I moved from when I got out of Baltimore, I moved up here to Rhode Island where my mother family is.
Mhm.
And then like because I'm into. So anyway, that's just when computers and stuff got, you know, my email and all that stuff got familiar. So like I got like a mail, like some mail, and what's the name? And you know, an original mail in the mailbox. So
Right.
oh yeah, I think that you're my brother's son. I'm this, that, and another, and I saw your name online, and so like I called her back and didn't get no information. So then like another 10 years went by. So then I got contacted with the same information because I gave him my email and everything, but I never got information from him. But just so happened I had like 1,000 emails. But one of them, she contacted me. Well, she gave the email to my dad's so-called brother.
Right.
Got in contact with him, and he's in California. It's like a crazy story. Man. I'm just up here.
You good?
It is not going anywhere. It's not even the topic, but I'm just expressing everything.
Yeah, you straight.
And so, all right, so you know what I mean. So I got to talking with him, and this is like, you know what I mean. We started building, and I never asked him about, you know, who we were or whatever the situation be. So I already knew that on my mother's side that it was they had Indians in their family. I didn't know what you know what I mean. I didn't know what tribe it was. They never told me about any tribe or nothing like that. So obviously they wasn't keeping it together that way. So and on my father's side, when I barely talked to him. So when I started talking to my uncle, I was asking him about, you know, the tribes. This is like recently, probably like in the last 5 years. This is when I started seeing you guys on TikTok talking about the tribes and stuff. And I said, wow. Well, let me see what, because I definitely knew it wasn't African. I definitely know we don't have no African history, but I was like, let me see what my family members had to say. So my grandmother pulls up that my grandfather is Portuguese though. So my grandfather's Portuguese. This is from my mother's side.
Oh wow!
And he is. He showed the picture. He's black though. He's Portuguese, but he's black. You know what I'm saying? So all right, that's admixture right there. She's definitely American, and you know what I mean. And so I was like, well, let me see what my uncle has to say about my dad because I never really talked to my dad like that. I only seen him twice in my life, and it was like real short. So I was asking my uncle. He's like, oh well, my grandmother kept saying that we was Blackfoot Indians. I said, well, he said I got one of my buddies that's supposed to be going to the family tree and doing all that stuff, right? And so this is like 2 years ago. So he got to be like at least 80 years old, though. You know what I'm saying? So he's not getting back to me with the information because I'm asking. I said, "So what? So what was your dad? What my grandfather?" I said, "So what was he?" He was like, "I gotta get back to you on that." So I'm never getting the information back. Yeah, so it's a struggle. I mean, it's good for me. I mean, because I never really, excuse me. I mean, it's good when I come to you guys on the panel. That's why I say I respect you a lot because you have all your family's information. And I wish my family. So I got family down in Accomack County, and they're Accomack Indians,
Accomack?
and Virginia.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Accomack.
they're the Indians. Yeah, so I got family there too, but we're so distant.
Uh-huh.
I talk like I had those are like my cousins.
Oh, okay, Larry, your cousin. Okay, yeah, I'm related to them too.
Oh, okay. Accomack County, in Virginia.
Yeah.
So you should have to sneeze down there.
Say it again.
Because I'm ready to tell them about marriage. And but I was down there like when I was like 3, 4, 5 years old, man. I was like down there, and I'm like, you know what I mean? All my family members down there. So, and that's for marriage, but I was closer to them than I was closer to anybody else. And they never said anything about. I know they had land down there.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was Accomack County, but they never mentioned anything about them being. And they kept it like a kind of a secret. I was a child anyway.
Right.
They kept it on their back and kept it kind of a secret. And I don't even talk to like my cousins and stuff that on that side of the family that just getting a hair and about anything. One of my uncles, he's not my uncle, but he's my cousin. But I look at him as an uncle because he was saying that his mother, and he took care of me a lot when I was a kid. He was getting me out of stuff, moving me to the other side of town and stuff like that. Because I grew up like kind of bad, but he kept. Only thing he says to me, he was like, "I'm sorry about everything," and I'm like, "Bro, I don't know what you're talking about, man." He said, "I had to make some decisions when your grandfather passed." Because my grandfather from the obviously. I'm like, "Bro, I don't even know what you're talking about." I said, "I don't even want to. You don't even got to discuss it." He said, "Man." He said I had to do something. I'm not really sure what he was talking about doing, but obviously it was about it had to do something with money because him and my mother they became like distant. You know what I'm saying? So it had something to do with my grandfather passing. My mother had going through some situation about the land that my grandfather owned down in Virginia, and I didn't know. They never told me anything. My grandfather was even like. He was like, I'm not a step grandfather, but he was like, because it's through marriage. But I mean, he taught me like everything, but he never said anything about them being Indians. Dude, I had so many pictures of him. Like, I'm not talking to you like I'm talking to my brother. You know what I mean? Honestly. So they had so many pictures of him and it's like his brothers and stuff.
Yeah.
That because I was away a lot. I was getting locked up as a kid or whatever. And when he passed, when he got sick or whatever, my grandmother like cleaned the house. Cleaned the house. Like he had a whole barbershop in the basement. Whole barbershop. Everybody was going there and getting like all the family, all the cousins, everybody from his side of the family was coming there and getting a haircut. Almost like every day. Yeah, he was doing that. He was in World War. What was it? World War II. He was in World War II. It was longshoreman. He had a lot going on. So my grandfather, I love him to death, right? He had a lot going on, and when he had a house, full house, whatever. He had a whole boat out in the basement. Everybody was coming there. He played the pinochle. Everything was going on, right? When I was a kid. So like when he passed away, my grandmother and I'm living right here. I'm here now on that side of the family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She got rid of every living thing. But I swear to God, my grandfather had like 100 suits, dude,
Mm-hmm.
in a closet. He was because they was in the church real heavy.
Right.
But he was in. She was because they was wives. Well, he had like 100 suits and hats to match him. It was like ridiculous, crazy. He had pictures of him and his brothers, like the back of this that I was like, they look like the pictures I was watching when I watched like a mom movie when I was a kid, and it would be them. It was my grandfather, his brothers, his uncles, everything was shotguns and everything. I'm like, holy shit. She got rid of everything, man. I was gone. I was away.
Johnson first in the chat, y'all.
I came back, the whole cellar was gone, bro. It just hurt my heart.
Right.
It should hurt my heart, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? It hurt my heart. Everything was gone. All the suits. I was like, Gran, where Granddaddy's suits at? So I donated them. I was like, oh my God. What'd you do with that? I was like, what did you
Oh, you breaking up? You're in the Matrix. Yeah, you're breaking up right now.
He's working in a barber shop part time. You know what I mean? Whatever. He told me how to call it. Man, oh my goodness. That was crazy.
Right.
So moved on from that, you know what I mean? Everything moved on. But I wound up when I found out about Accomack County, and we used to drive down there. He used to drive down there like every year, like once a year.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to be in the back, me and my little brother, driving there, going over Chesapeake Bay Bridge, nigga. Down there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just finding out now that Accomack County belonged to the Indians. So they was Accomack Indians. Right? Accomack County Indians. I'm scared to even say something to my uncle about that right now because he's still alive, and the rest of the family. The one I showed you had issues with my mother about because my mother is on the other side of the family, and he's on the other side of the family, and he was the one saying that he had to make some changes because the land stuff that we own. I think he's trying to keep it in the bloodline because my mother is not the bloodline. It is. I didn't really get into it, but I just found out now they're Accomack County Indians. That was Indian land down there.
Yeah.
Right. So my grandfather said, when I was a kid, he always said, I got strawberries. I got a whole land of strawberries. So they had strawberries on the land down there.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, what's up?
Right now,
go ahead.
Since I've been able to take that, this is all like coming together.
Mm-hmm. What's up, my best
I'm
life?
good, man.
Thanks
for listening.
We got Unpopular.
Appreciate your ear, bro.
What's up, Unpopular? How you doing?
Great.
What's up? Anybody want to address the topic at hand?
I do. That's why I came in.
All right, for sure.
I feel like everybody, not just Black people, but like people in the world in general, like today we just so mixed to where like you never know what nobody got in them. And then in today's world, just I don't know. Like, I just feel like nobody can tell unless everybody in this world got a DNA test. And was just like, because I hear so many people like, even now we seeing this trend with like Hispanics taking DNA tests and finding out that, oh my God, I got so much Black in me. And it's like, if you really look at it, Spain is European. So really they just mix people. And like, if y'all go down my page, you'll see where I have videos. I'm just like, don't nobody see where like mixed people and Hispanic people look alike. Sometimes you can mistake them for something. Like I remember in like 6th grade, it was this boy, he was mixed. His mama was Black, his daddy was white. And I used to always tell him, you like a Mexican, like you straight look Mexican to me. And you seeing it now that a lot of them even have a small percentage of Indigenous American. And then the rest of it will be just like Portuguese, Spain, and African. And it's like in this day and age, you don't know who mixed with what, who got what in their blood.
Yeah, so there was soup over here. What's up?
Oh,
What's up, Ecstasy?
East side.
East side.
Side.
Okay. Oh, damn. All right, for sure.
Yeah, I got creative.
All right, for sure.
No, if you black in America and you just go look for your grandparents, right? Just start with how far you can go back to your great grandparents. That alone tells the story of what you are, because if you can't, that lets you know you're the descendants of the slaves. You're only going to be able to go back so far to even trace your history. You're not going to be able to trace it, you know. So I don't
want to debate with you about that. But you have to look at the fact that people have 4 grandparents. They don't have 2. We got more people than just 2 people. You got people from one side, people from another side. You have a father's side, a mother's side.
right.
A mother, a father, and
That's where you start.
I mean, and DNA. Somebody down there just said DNA tells you everything. DNA don't tell you everything, because you have a whole bunch of people right now that's getting DNA tests done, and they're saying, "Oh, you're from Africa or you're from this place," but yet they whole family done been in Jamaica their whole life. They already know it's Jamaica, so it's like a race, ethnicity, and all of that is different.
Right.
But being in America, though,
you don't know who came over here in America. And if I stole something from somebody, or not saying that it was stolen only from black people, but to me, to sit up and say like black people did not leave Africa before they were stolen on ships, to me, it's just idiocracy. And I'm gonna say it because how can you say that you showed somebody how to bathe and how to cook food and how to clean and do all of this stuff if you never left Africa? Somebody had to come get you. So how you teaching? It don't make sense.
The DNA test, they have to have your ancestors' DNA to match DNA. DNA.
They don't have to have ancestors. You just have to have people. So when you get your DNA test done, you have different chromosomes and different sequences.
You get
when another person gets a DNA test done, it doesn't have to be an ancestor. It could be a cousin that still lives today. Y'all sequences, you're gonna have the same sequence somewhere.
No.
So that blood is then related to someone. When I did my DNA test, I had far more white relatives than I had black. And that was only because the white relatives were who were doing DNA tests, obviously.
So how does that? So that makes sense, though.
Yeah, they lied
about it.
Like, think about, does that make sense to you?
What you mean?
Does it make sense that you have more white relatives? Do you consider yourself, when you look at the family that you know right now, do you look at your family and see mostly black?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in order to get DNA, multiple people, they would have to have a big data sequence. They would have a large database. They don't have a large enough database to tell everybody what you are, because not everybody's getting a DNA test done. Okay. Perhaps if everybody was to get one.
Let's talk about what you said, though, right? Your family, you said you're mostly related. What, you got more white? Is that what you said?
No, I said when I got my DNA test back, mostly white relatives of mine were the only ones getting DNA tests done, because those were the largest. I had literally, when I got my DNA test done from my ancestry, I have relatives in Brazil. I have relatives in Paraguay. I have relatives everywhere around this world that's still living today, right now.
So your DNA,
I have my DNA can actually show it. It actually, like, and it was crazy for me.
Hey, sweetheart, you know a lot of those systems do be flawed too, don't they?
I mean, I do, and that's why I said that I want to try different. Like I said, I was going to.
You said census. What census? Wait, what was said?
I said a lot of them DNA tests, like the 23andMe and all of those, they do be flawed, because they do be flawed. Just know that. So a lot of stuff that they do tell you do be inaccurate. So if you go around saying you got more white ancestry than
that's
black
only because they can give you a percentage, right? They can't give you
But see, look, here's the thing. They can up their percentage because it's their program, right? And look, we are the dominant. You have to understand that. So if anything, they have more of us. Remember, they come from you. So there's no way in the world you have more of them than they have of you.
No, I didn't say I
that's
have
why I
more
asked,
than-
does
That's
it
not what I
even
said.
make sense?
I never said
That's
that
why.
at all. And I think he took what I said out of context.
No,
So I have 80. I'm 80%.
That's what the test
I'm like
said.
80. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm like 84% African. I'm
Okay.
16% European. What I said was clearly there's more white and white cousins and relatives of mine getting DNA tests done than the black cousins and sisters and all of them getting them done.
Hey, sweetheart, but look though, you may really only have 0.3% of white ancestors. You might not have.
I know mine
16.
is big. See, this is how I know mine
You
is
see what I'm
big.
saying?
I have a grandmother who is white, who is mixed, and then her mother was white, and then her people was white. So I know that mine is probably like that because my great grandmother, her
That's
mother.
why I
is
was
white.
asking. That's why I
But
was
look,
asking.
but
I
look,
said,
but
what do
look.
you
I'm about to
think
stop.
family?
Look, I'm about to mute myself. I just want to say this real quick. And I understand what you saying unpopular. I'm not going against what you're saying, but I do understand. But what I do want to say is this, right? They can take what they know that we have and dramatize it. You see what I'm saying? To make it look more than what it
I
is.
agree with
Kind of like on the Census Bureau, right? How they put more. They put a lot of foreigners down as white, right?
I
'Cause
agree
white
with you.
is really a social construct. So when they come down to our DNA or who we are, they're not gonna tell you who you are because who we are is the reason why we are where we at. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason of this whole oppression, this whole thing that we're going through, because we are too powerful genetically, internally. So if they say, hey, come to our 23andMe and see where you from, they can look at your shit and be like, oh, this motherfucker is from the stars for real. This motherfucker had stardust. This is a different type of thing. This is, and then they can tweak with that to make you feel like you have this in them, this in you, that in you, and stuff like that to further deceive you. So you can't always go off of their systems because their system is based off of the ignorance of us. That's how it's always been. That's how it will always be. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't take that. You have to do other things.
Oh no,
Don't take
I
that
agree
word.
with you because I've also said that I want to get another.
Well, folks just gotta do their genealogy.
Genealogy, exactly.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
your
There you go.
genealogy. Yeah.
And that's why I
how
said
you-
start. That's why I said as a
Yeah.
Black American, you start with your grandparents. See how far you can go back into slavery and to see where you can go. Like even though she said, well, she's got two parents, on this side, and then now she explained how her grandmother, great grandmother, or grandmother was white. So now I get it. But at the same time, that once you go back so far, even if it's on the father side, whether it be the father or the mother, either one of them is only going to go back so far. If you're from America and you're Black, if you're truly, you see what I'm saying? It's only going to go back so far. That's just a fact.
Yeah, specifically us. It's like this, right?
Specifically.
Like with us, like we can have a speck of European in us, right? But that can get overwashed if we keep our bloodlines pure. And that's why, see, I don't really agree with Dr. Umar Johnson, but on the part of not anti-interracial, I do agree on that because you can wash out your bloodline. But we can also wash out theirs easily because they come from us. So ain't no way in the world that, you can say, oh, I have this. No, that's just a speck. But when they see that speck of European DNA inside of you, what they do is they dramatize that, make it seem like it's more than what it is because they know shit. If we get inside of them, we taking over shit. You know what I'm saying? So they have to reverse the roles and make you feel like we have a lot of this and a lot. No, we still have that pure, pure genetics that even the junk DNA. Think about this. They say that's 90% of our DNA or something, and they don't know where it come from. They know where it come from, but they tell you they don't know where it come from because that's not where they come from. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that is like that goes into why they you had the one drop rule, which is what they created.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of y'all being younger didn't realize what that was like because right now, with the emergence of Drake, Steph Curry, Patrick Mahomes, everybody included. But prior to that, 90s and 80s, there was no biracial. You was mixed. Or you was mulatto.
No, you know what it was? You were still a nigga. Back in
Yeah,
them days.
no,
That's what it was.
something I don't agree.
yeah, that part.
That's something I
right
don't
there.
agree with.
Yeah,
I don't
they
agree
just
with
came
that.
up with them terms, that biracial stuff.
Biracial.
Yeah, you was still
No,
one of
see,
us.
no, I
Still a
don't
nigga.
agree with that. I don't agree with that because if something was to happen and you had a mix, I'm saying I believe in my heart you are only black if you present black. If you present mixed, if I look at you, if I can't tell the police if something happened that he's looking for a black man or a black woman, you're not black.
That ain't true because we have albinos that are black.
Albino
You understand
is
what I'm saying?
not,
I'm
no,
up here,
an
A warrior.
albino is not no, it is not the same as a mixed person. Albino can be white, an albino can be black, an albino can be Asian.
No, I understand. Yeah, no.
Yes,
That's
no.
for sure. That's for sure. But you talking about it. Go ahead.
Biracial is biracial. If your mother is white or your father is white and your mother is black, that if you don't look black, if I don't see you, and I say, and I only say that because you have some mixed people that look black. You wouldn't tell. And you have some mixed people that look white, blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, and their father or their mother is black. I've saw it with my own two eyes.
Unpopular, but look, sweetheart, look. You going off what you see in the physical. See, what I'm saying is it's the genetic thing. It's what's inside of you. So a lot of people think that these folks don't like us just because of how we look, because we're a little darker than them. But that's not true. That's not true at all. They don't like us because of our genetics. What we hold inside of us. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, unpopular. Don't know what you're talking about.
That person that you see that maybe half this, half that, that's all right. Look at it like this. I'm gonna pass it on to the next person, right? Back in them days, right, when the slave master was baby by the slave woman, you know, the white, you know, slave a wife, she will always kill that mixed child.
Unalive.
You know what I'm saying? Unalive. And they had to make a law on that to stop her or to let her do it, but make it not be illegal. But what I'm saying is this, we come in all shades, forms, colors, because we are that unique. That's where the junk DNA come from. And that's why we can come out looking light skin, dark skin, blue eyes, red eyes, green eyes, because that's in our DNA. See, we don't have the technology to know what's in our DNA, and that's what they're afraid of, but that's something that we don't have access to. You understand what I'm saying? So fuck what you see on the outside. It's what they know is on the inside. So,
but by that same logic, if a person is only black because they have a mixture of black, then a person will also be white because they have a mixture of white. But we can't use the same racist ideology that they came up with to say,
some
this is
of that is
that.
some of that is cultural, though.
You're right. But that's why, exactly. Mindset is culture too. But she going off of physical looks, and that's why I say right here. See, you can literally smuck people out of their bloodline. So, for example, if it's an interracial couple that have a child, if my black or biracial son continue to have or procreate with black woman, that other bloodline is gone because our genetics are too strong. So that's gone. So he's still black.
And it also happens that way if they keep going white.
She's right. That's right.
That's true. That's true. But
they create their own mess.
It's true. It just works stronger with us. You understand what I'm saying? That is true.
Let's go to the culture, though. Let's go to a cultural thing, like you was talking about.
You're not wrong, though, Unpopular.
They created their own mess because they outcast them. So it ends up where that child is pretty much they're gonna end up on the black side of things.
If they could be saw as black, if you're not seen as black, they're not going to treat you black. If they look white, blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, a white person is going to think about that because they're going to think
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like you're white.
And the reason,
you can't just say, "Oh, mixed people," they was just deemed black. No, because a lot of them decided not to be black.
It's a lot of them that is white too. I know a couple of them. And it's that it go back to that mindset thing too. A lot of them are because it really is the mindset. You're not black if you don't have a black. You know, it is the mindset. But the thing is this: them folks who was raised by their white mother and this and that, they are white, but they don't understand that they have some power over their mother inside their genetics, right? So it's easier for us to wipe them out than it is for them. They can do it too. I'm just saying our insides is a bit stronger. We have the dominant gene, it's a bit stronger. And that's why they are scared, because it's easier for us to wipe them out, for them to wipe us out, even though they can wipe out bloodlines, but they can never wipe us out because we are too abroad.
Hey, Blue, I gotta keep it 100 with you. 5 minutes ago, you said you were gonna let someone else talk.
Yeah, I was going to say, y'all off topic.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Unpopular. Do you think it's wrong? I'm curious what you think about this. Do you think it's wrong for BLK men to wife up white?
Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Talk about the
yeah, that's a white guy. That's
right.
That's a white guy. That's a white guy.
Automatically think I dislike white women, and I don't.
Man, like don't even entertain that. Don't even. No, we're talking about the term, dude. Y'all done derailed the fucking term.
Oh, my bad. Or black.
Don't derail my shit.
Blue, it's my turn.
One second,
black
dude.
Americans pretending. Oh, I think some are.
You think some are? Where you from? 2-Button.
I'm from outside Chicago, Illinois.
And where your parents from?
Chicago.
Where your grandparents from?
Illinois.
Illinois. Where your great grandparents from?
Illinois. I'm 6th generation.
You're 6th generation. When they get to America?
6 generations ago.
6 generations ago. What the fuck you gotta do with this conversation?
What do you mean?
What the fuck you say, nigga?
What the fuck do you outsiders have to do with this conversation?
What do you mean by outside? I'm confused. What are you saying?
You're not from America, sir. What do you got to do with indigenous conversation?
Well, what generation are you?
Time immemorial generation, whatever the fuck that is.
You're what?
The time immemorial generation, whatever that means.
What do you mean, whatever that means?
The time immemorial generations.
Yeah, I'm saying, what is
that? He's saying his people been here forever and a day.
Oh, you're indigenous. My bad. I didn't know that. That's what's up.
Man, look at him. Y'all just not indigenous.
How can something that didn't make me be here before me? That don't even make sense.
What? I know. Yeah. No, I
didn't know you were indigenous. It's very rare you come across indigenous. That's what's up.
Bro, look at him. He's indigenous.
Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm reciting the topic. Does anybody want to add to the topic?
I want to add to real quick. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Who was that?
Somebody. Whoever.
Go ahead, bro.
What game you played? What game you played, Davert?
I do think that I don't know for all with the I know the Seminoles was always looked at as the darker Indians anyway, with the ones that were I look at my great grandmother, man, and she looks like one of them Seminoles. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother looks like it. With they got my grandmother and my mother pointy nose, and my great grandmother.
What generation are you, F? What generation are you, F?
Who, me? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm to my knowledge, third? That's as far as we go back 3 to 4 generations.
What country? What country are your folks from?
That's as far as you know.
As far as I know. Yeah, as far as I know.
Clarify that for him, because he's gonna try to use that and twist it up. But
no, I'm just trying to get to know y'all. So when you say 3 generations, what country did they come from? My family came from Sicily. Myself.
Oh no, my people were slaves though. Yeah, they it's where it stopped.
So he have no place in this conversation, but that's a typical colonizer mindset. You see what I'm saying?
Yo,
Why am I
getting
Bro, you're not. It's the truth. It's the truth, though, bro. It's the truth.
All I asked was how many generations my man's was. I told y'all I'm 6. The host is indigenous.
You're not even 6,
Why
bro.
you over here controlling my questions to other good people?
You right. I apologize, bro.
Yeah, mute up, Blue.
Okay, I didn't know it was his name.
Blue, you keep buttoning every conversation.
I spoke on it earlier. I said,
Blue keep buttoning every conversation.
No, your conversation, fool. I'm conversating with them. It's a difference.
But yeah, we I do think that there's a lot of us, man, and we don't know because of the mixing that went on. Like all our families here in Kentucky. I know it's the land of the Iroquois, and you know,
Hey,
maybe
bro, I can tell you why we don't know. I can tell you why we don't know. We don't know because after certain points in history, in American history, after the COINTELPRO project, right, they had to basically wipe us of our identity because we was becoming too powerful. So like Fred Hampton, right, and stuff like that, them movements like that, they had to wipe us of our identity and make us gangsters, make us want to be rappers and basketball and football players. Because before that, we were strictly political and we was getting shit done until they came in and wiped it out. So people like him, that's irrelevant, but that's the reason why they had to wipe out. That's why people are so lost today, and people like him will try to come in and play on our ignorance and ignore the fact that we was engineered to be ignorant. It's not no natural thing. We was engineered to.
People
You
like
understand?
him, I never
They
said
know.
nothing about nothing. I
But
was
they
just
know.
asking people their
I
background.
understand. But anyone else?
No, hold up, bro. You just said people like him again. You just said something about me again.
Bro, he's not attacking you. Don't do. We're here.
What you mean? Wait, my bad. He could have been referring to someone else. When you said people like him, were you referring to me?
100%.
Again, well, I'm just sitting here. Why are you? What's up with me and you?
Well, my job is not to explain that to you. If you want to be 100, my job is to make my people understand what I'm saying, and clearly they do. So if you don't understand, fool, you have to figure that out on your own. I'm not here to explain our issues with you. You get it?
No, you just a weird dude. I'm gonna let you rock. You just obsessed with me. I'm gonna just own it.
What's it, Two Button? I got a question for you. I came up because I heard you say something. You said you was from Sicilian background.
Yeah, I'm 6th generation. What? How many generation are you?
I'm not Sicilian. I'm what?
No. I didn't say you were. I'm saying, what generation are you? When did your people come to this country?
My people have always been here. We on paper and documented.
Oh shit, you indigenous too?
Yeah, we on paper.
That's what's up.
Ottawa.
That's what's up.
Lions, man.
So so Two Button, I got a question because I had a homeboy when I was in college and he was Sicilian, but he was white tea, right? You know what he said though? He said that his great grandmother was highly melanated. So I'm wondering, is that true for you too?
My mother is a little darker than most of the family, but when I say 6th generation, I mean I don't even know like the names of the people that came here. Like I'm whitewashed America straight up. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
you never seen pictures.
We have some recipes that fell down through the generations. That's about it. Like I'm not really like.
Your grandmother was not dark.
I'm not over here.
Trust me.
I can't even talk to the guy that asked me a question. Blue's at it again. Like I'm not over here like acting all Sicilian in America. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm whitewashed America, just living out here in the suburbs of Chicago.
That most Italian restaurants in the South are owned by immigrant Albanians that are here as refugees.
Surprised me at all.
Mm-hmm. So when you say recipes handed down, they swear that those recipes were theirs.
No,
wild,
sure.
right?
I was just saying like when I brought up the recipe part, I was saying like outside of some good cooking in my family, like I'm not out here like really promoting I'm Sicilian. We were just talking about like how many generations we were and where we were from.
Nah, look, y'all. What he is with probably a group of people who all they do is infiltrate what we do. They can't stay out of our spaces, and he's just one of the ones that they send to our spaces. And they probably in the background listening to see what we got going on because he has no other role inside of little circle to do anything. So they use him as a pawn. They use him as a pawn. But no, bro, I love you, bro. I love you. I love you, bro.
All right, one mic.
Host, I'm getting the vibe.
Let him get it. Let him get it. I'm about to be
all right, one mic.
Host, do you know Blue?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say he's acting a little crazy if he's not your friend.
Like ain't nobody on this panel right now, my friend. Like
where he just on some weird.
You getting some stranger danger?
What's we got Taylor. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. What brings you up here?
I was just listening to this and trying to understand like the Creole population into this.
Are you Creole?
Yes.
Okay, New Orleans Creole, right?
Yes.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
You got how many of your folks is melanated?
What generation are you, Taylor?
Hold on 1 second. I got this. 1 second.
I'm sorry, host. Go ahead. What was your question?
How many cousins and grandparents are Black of yours?
So Creole, I have 3 generations in New Orleans, and I live in New Jersey now.
Okay. So do you have any like Black family that's Creole?
Yeah.
Okay. How long? So you say you're 3 generations Louisiana Creole. So what is your Creole mix of? French? Is it French, African?
French, Dominican.
French and Dominican. Okay, French and Dominican. So I'll say this, when I refer to Black Americans, right? Black Americans are the people that are in the United States. I'm referring to the people in the United States when I say Black Americans. So with that being said, whatever you ever perceive as a Black American, whether you want to call them African Americans, American Indians, Natives, whatever you want to call them, that's who I'm referring to. But since you said you're Louisiana Creole, there are Black Americans that have, or who people you consider Black American that do have Creole ties. So.
Can you clarify Creole ties, like what that means? Because I'm here ignorant of Black like Indigenous American and Black mingling in the States. So I just kind of wanted to know more.
You're what? You said, repeat that last.
Well, we have a population in the United States that were brought here against their will, and then we have a population that was already in the United States. There was obviously some mixing, and then I don't really know, what Creole is.
Well, I'm not a Creole, so I can't really explain to you what Creole is.
Okay. Creole is specific to Native American, or I'm sorry, to New Orleans area, where it was like a blending of people from Africa, Dominican Republic, the destruction of the Indies, essentially, that came here.
French as well.
It's definitely French.
Yeah,
I was destruction of the Indies. What do you mean by destruction of the Indies?
I'm sorry.
I thought you said destruction of the Indies.
No, it's definitely French, and the word Creole means the people of this land.
Okay.
I shouldn't say French.
I thought it was French, Indian, and Haitian.
Yeah, I wasn't able to.
You fake Creole, because French would have been one of the first you listed for sure if you knew.
I was listening to history, but okay, yeah.
I mean, she did say she was French and Dominican.
Je ne sais pas qu'est-ce que tu me fais. Yeah, I'm free.
Excuse me too, though. Like I run into Creole people, right? And a lot of them say one thing, and then a lot of them say another thing. But I'm starting to rightfully divide who's saying what by what they look like. It seems like the darker complexion Creole have a different understanding of what the origin is in comparison to the lighter skinned Creole. And I won't say all the lighter skin. Mainly the lighter skin ones, the one got different stories. So that kind of confused me a little bit.
Mainly like the ones that's on the panel. Because what we do know is the darker skin Creoles, like any other area geographic, right? That's the origin, right? So we know these things through strictly memory if we do the right things like meditate and get into our zone, or our grandparents. Now, I don't know if y'all ever talk to your grandparents and ask them about their history and their parents' history and their parents' history to understand something that teach you more than school. Well, that's something that they can't do, the ones that's up here. But we can do it. So, yeah, the darker skinned ones are definitely the fruit, that bears the tree, bro.
Well, see, everybody I know that's So Creole is just a language. It's
Creole is definitely.
Well, fam, look, you gotta look at it like this. I see. Well, my perspective, black people are the Indians. It's just that we were that title, because titles carry energy. But anyway, we were the Indians, so they probably took that from us, gave it to somebody else that was from Siberia, and called us Negro. All them other names.
I'm just talking about the Creole part. I understand all that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
as far as New Orleans,
Guys,
Nah,
can I
I'm
please
listening,
explain to you good? Guys, the Creole part. I'm from Haiti. I'm Haitian. I think I can explain that to you guys more than anybody else can.
In New Orleans? All right. All right, CR, where you at?
Generation are you?
Basically, I came up here to explain to you guys about the Creole stuff because I'm from Haiti. So I know exactly what's going on between Haiti and New Orleans, which is in Louisiana.
Haitian, right? So Haitian has another French, a dialect, right?
Generation
Yeah,
American.
I mean,
Jason, what
basically,
generation American are you?
What ward in New Orleans are you from?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I'm not from New Orleans. I say I'm from Haiti.
Oh, so you're first generation? That's what's up. We got we got all over the panel.
Yeah. So basically, the reason why you have the light skin Creole in Louisiana, remember the French on the Haiti part. So Louisiana. So
here, basically.
So you had all those mix Haitian, which is the white one, and Louisiana. So those are the one that's called white. When she mentioned, Dominican Republic, it's the same island. But when it comes to
that boy is breaking.
Yeah, the Matrix.
mix between the two islands.
Bro, given
Between
us
Haiti
Creole
and-
Louisiana history, he's first
You
generation.
understand? That's
So the ancestors
that's
are at
what
work.
Creole.
Hell
That's
yeah.
where the Creole come
Is
from.
this
Guys.
the
It's
Haitian Wi-Fi?
yeah.
I'm Haitian, man. I got a decent Wi-Fi.
We couldn't hear you.
I'm fucking
Sir,
around.
I'm actually in New York. I'm in Louisiana right now. I'm in Louisiana
no.
right now.
What you mean? You must be where there's no
Nah,
servers at.
He's
Wi-Fi,
right, man.
bro. We can barely hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay,
Actually-
okay. I'm apologize. Let me. Okay, I see. Can you hear me now?
Y'all,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
get it.
leave, but thank you for listening
All
to
right,
me.
go,
Y'all have a
break
good
it
night.
down again.
All right, no problem.
All right, can you hear me now, guys?
Up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
All right, good. Now here it goes. What I'm saying is when it comes to Creole, is the mulattoes, which is the French and the black that mix. Okay, there was a trade between those the Haiti and Louisiana because the French on Haiti and also Louisiana at that time. So when you have the French went back and forth, bring slave from Haiti to Louisiana, and then you also have those mixed people too that was going back and forth there. So that's where you get all the Creole come from. Okay. So it's not, I mean, that's why she mentioned Dominican Republic, because one thing about them, they will not attach the black part, which is the Haitian part, with them because they're all ashamed of it when it comes to Haiti. That's
I
why
wouldn't
she
say
mentioned
they're
Dominican
ashamed
Republic.
of it because
It's
they're
not Dominican
Spaniards.
Republic. Because Dominican Republic only speaks Spanish. They don't speak French.
Yeah,
Haitians
they're
are
Spaniards.
French and Creole. Why would you mention Dominican Republic? Why not mention Haiti?
Uh-oh. Being this where you at?
AC bro.
He said no.
Right now you want a diaspora war, but it sounds like, but instead of getting the the emotions involved into it,
it's not emotion.
I feel like it's passion. It's passion. But I do feel like that it's more of an underlying, point to everything that everybody's ignoring due to emotion and everything else. So I do understand what you're saying, but it is an underlying emotional aspect that's attached to that.
I mean, it is, but because
he said on the facts. He said on the facts.
Let me give you an example.
When he's talking about
celebrate Mardi Gras.
I agree with him.
I'm trying to show you that Haiti celebrate Mardi Gras at the same time
Well-
New Orleans do. So all the voodoo stuff you mentioned about in Louisiana, I mean, who introduced the voodoo to Louisiana? It's Haitian.
Right.
It's not Dominican.
Haitian.
You understand? So, and then
Nah,
you know,
It's not Haitian. Stop that.
I'm sorry.
No, a big part is Haitian.
Why you
sweetheart.
keep
A
trying to
big
call
part is
Louisiana
Haitian.
Louisiana Creole culture Haitian? It's not Haitian.
Because it is Haitian.
No, it's not.
he ain't say that. He said
you
a
don't know
part
your
of it.
history, you're
We
not.
talking
you
about
said
Mardi
because-
Gras Haitian? No, it's not.
No, he
Yes,
said
it
a
is.
part of it. He said a part of it.
It is part of it.
Created Mardi
Yeah,
Gras.
yeah.
Mardi
Go ahead,
Gras
go
is
ahead,
Haitian.
go ahead,
We
go
have
ahead, bro.
No,
festival.
I'm about to land my plane right now, sir.
People, it's not Haitian. We don't know nothing
Mardi
about no
Gras.
Haiti. We don't know nothing about no Haiti. Stop talking
Of
about
course you
Haitian.
don't know
Nah,
about
that's not
Haiti.
true.
Man,
Yeah, we
listen.
do.
Louisiana was owned by the French. What
Young
question?
people talking.
Louisiana was owned by the French, okay? Haiti was owned by the French. Haiti is on
Venus,
it's
hey,
only
Venus, I
1
understand
hour
what
and
you're saying,
35
too.
minutes.
It's owned by the French. Who cares? Mississippi was also owned by the French. Who
We
cares?
gotta listen to
Like what?
understand. No, Venus, I understand what you're saying. It wasn't strictly Haitian, but I do understand what you're saying.
Right. It was the French.
You're trying to claim what we created. It's annoying.
But it's not the fact you don't you try to ignore that part. That's the thing.
Hold on.
Yeah. It's
hold
pieces.
on,
It's
hold
pieces
on.
to the puzzle.
No. Because people from the USA were
Yes,
sent to Haiti. Hello, people from the USA were sent to Haiti. People from Louisiana were sent to Haiti.
Hello.
You don't see us people in Louisiana claiming Haiti
Hello.
or saying we
Knocking on the
created
door.
Haiti.
Knocking
So
on the
no,
door.
there's no excuse.
Okay.
Us people in
Okay.
the USA
Okay.
were sent to Haiti.
Okay.
You don't. Do you hear me talking, or am I like? Do you need to open up your ears? People in the USA were sent to Haiti, yet you don't see us in the USA saying we created stuff in Haiti. So you need to stop.
No,
This is
I'm not
fucking
gonna stop.
ridiculous.
You know why I'm not gonna stop?
No,
Because how much-
you're
no,
going
no,
to stop, or I'm going
me.
to drag you
I
to
am not
film.
gonna stop. because
Get your own identity. Stop trying to claim Louisiana Creole culture. It's ridiculous. We're not Haitian. We're Louisianans. We're Americans. We're not from Haiti. Stop.
Hey, Venus, listen.
The obsession has to stop.
Listen, Venus, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. But just let me say this, right? Hold on, bro. I agree with you 100%. Venus.
Guys,
I'm not taking your side.
I'm gonna say one
Just
thing.
understand
If you allow
I'm
me.
not taking their side, Venus. But what
Let
I'm
me
saying
say
is
one thing.
this.
If you allow me.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm about to leave. Listen, guys. I know it's a shame. I know it's bad. I know y'all don't want to hear it. All I have to say to you is, my ancestors from Africa. I speak French. I speak Creole. How in the hell I speak French? I speak Creole. Okay, we were colonized by the French. Haiti is only 1 hour and 35 minutes by plane, right on the Caribbean. Okay, the French had Haiti and also the Louisiana. So if somebody cannot connect those two together when it comes to Creole and all those voodoo things, all that, I would not say anything. I'm done. This is no sense.
Okay. No, we got that. But Venus, look. What he was speaking on was it was not necessary. He was listen. He was not speaking on us. Well, he kind of was, but he was speaking on their part into our greatness. Basically, is what I'm saying. He wasn't speaking on this is what they do. This is he was speaking on our greatness. So that is a part of our history that we don't know about. Whether he made it dramatized it or not, but that is a part. Whether he said it right or not, that was a little part. Just like we have a little part of every other nationality, but at the end of the day,
why do Haitians never speak on why do Haitians never speak on why do they never speak on how people from the USA went over there and built stuff up and created culture over there? Why do they never speak on that? Why do they never speak on that? What is the point of saying that? What is the point of mentioning that?
Because let me say this, right? Everybody is misinformed. So
no, I'm asking
and I'm
what is the point of them saying that when they don't mention how people from the USA went over there and built stuff up? What is the point? What is the point?
They ain't come over here and build stuff up more than we did because we built America. They may have had a portion. They may have had a portion in building things up, right? But they don't know that, and we don't know that. We built this shit from the bottom up. That's why you get a lot of folks hating on us. we did this shit from the bottom up. What he's attempting to do, or I think what a lot of them attempting is trying to tell us they side of their history of what they know. But what they don't understand is
that's not my point. My point is he came up here, and said Haitians built up stuff in the USA, but USA people built up stuff in Haiti. You did not mention that at all. What is the point?
Venus, listen.
What is the point?
Venus, listen. The point is they may have had a hand in building stuff up, but if he don't know, but everybody knows that we built this motherfucker from the bottom.
I'm asking, what's the point of him saying that?
I'm telling you, they may have had a hand.
It's too many. One mic.
Look, can I just say all he said?
Venus, look past the emotions.
Blue. Yeah, just let it out. Here's the facts. Louisiana, owned by the French. Haitian, they own Haiti. The Haitian culture.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say the French ever owned Haiti.
Based on what? You would
based on
keep
they own Haiti, the Spanish on one side. That is correct.
Continue your point, bro. Don't let them distract you.
Okay. Continue. No, go ahead. Let him finish his point.
The Louisiana Purchase, right? America gets Louisiana. At that point, you have French. You've got a lot of Haitians around in that area. You got the Indians. You got the breeded American slaves. That's where he's saying, but the culture.
And you had regular slaves
dealing with it in New Orleans. When you talk
regular
about
people.
voodoo.
POW, prisoners of war. You had those two.
We'll go with
Fuck
that.
The slaves. Come on, man.
When you talk about the voodoo culture and all of that, that's the Haitian culture because that's where it primarily comes from.
Exactly what I was talking about.
In America, that was his whole point.
And the language, the Creole language.
But listen though.
Which is a combination of French. Which is a combination of French.
It is. But look, this is what I want everybody to know. The same way that we learned a lot of things from them, they learned a lot of things from us, but we are ignorant to what we taught them. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So we all shared different information and different things to each other. Yeah. But certain things is being left out because of who, in my opinion, who they are or the genetic or whatever. But we all, at one time, Venus, we all shared and bartered to each other. So it was a mutual thing. Now it's
ain't no mutual thing. Hold on.
Here's another historical fact.
Y'all lying on my culture. Someone said we got voodoo from
I'm
Haiti.
with your culture.
Hold on. Y'all talking about we got voodoo from Haiti. Louisiana voodoo and Haitian voodoo don't even practice the same tradition. So get the fuck out of here lying on my people. Shut your ass up while I'm talking. I'm not gonna be yelling over y'all. Be quiet while I'm talking. Haitian voodoo and Louisiana voodoo are two different. They don't share the same traditions. They do not share the same traditions. How the hell is it gonna come from Haiti and they don't even practice it the same way Haitians do? Stop playing in my face.
So listen.
And then you talking about I'm not done. And then you talking about we got Creole from Haiti as well. It's not the same. That's not even the same language. Haitian Creole and Louisiana Creole are not the same language. The Haitian Creole is I am talking. Haitian Creole has Arawak words. Haitian Creole has Arawak words. Louisiana Creole does not have Arawak words. Louisiana Creole has Natchez and Kata words. How the fuck is that the same language? Stop trying to erase my culture and lie and say it comes from Haiti. I'm fucking tired of y'all.
What's up, Luna?
Hey, hold on.
I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all. Stop doing it.
Venus, I am on your side. I want you to know.
Hold on. One mic.
It is so sad the fact that you don't understand someone
Venus,
that from Haiti, and I explained to you that I was colonized by the French. In 1804, we fight the French. We were the first Black who actually fight the French and get them out of the country. Before that,
there were people in the USA fighting French people. Stop fucking spreading that lie. You weren't the first to do it. Stop lying.
Let's listen.
You don't sound.
Venus, I'm on your side. Trust me, I'm on your side, Venus.
Y'all, hold on. One second. Y'all a little too. Y'all loud as fuck in my ear. Come right back, Venus. You come right back. Y'all a little too chatty. Oh like God damn. Like I can't even yeah, y'all a little too loud in my ear. What's up? How you doing?
From Africa, y'all bleached to look like me. Get up out of here.
Fuck. God damn. Hello? Oh, ooh, damn, it's a lot of requests. You can pick who comes up here, Venus. You get you get to pick who comes up here. Shit.
Let me see. I'll let him up because everybody's trying to speak for him. He can speak for himself.
I can speak for myself. I just want to. Here's what I'm trying to say. Hold on a second. Here's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that my voodoo and what you guys, as a matter of fact, you guys don't practice voodoo at all. We do in Haiti. Okay, what you guys doing in Louisiana to me is just nothing but an art. It's not even real. Okay, so what you need to understand is simple. Haiti was colonized by the French. We all know that. Okay. So the fact that I'm Haitian is because the French went get African from there, then I become where I am, right? So what we know for sure, they had the Haiti part and they also have Louisiana part, okay? That's all we know. So if at the time that I was in slavery, I had no control when they will ship those Haitians back and forth. It is in my history where we were going back and forth to Louisiana area. We know that. We were going back and forth. That I know it for sure. So you cannot take that away from me. Also, that's what I'm saying. So if we know as Haitian that our ancestors was going back and forth to an area, we went now in 2025. How would you tell me that not even my culture, not even my food, nothing about me in your area? And it's all in all of it. You can deny it if you want to, but the reality is right in the book. They even tell you if it wasn't for the Haitian revolutions, then the Louisiana Purchase will not be done. It's because of what we done. You understand that? So to say, well, like, you know, in Haiti part, we had French. When you got a white man mixed with a black woman, what they created mulattoes. Those are what you guys call right now Creole. Those are white. Those
That's
are
not what a
white
Creole
men.
is.
What? Hold on, white men. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Those are free slaves. Those are we call them the free slave because they were the kids of the French. These kids used to go. They used to leave Haiti, going to Louisiana. You understand? They were free. Those mixed white people. Going from Haiti to Louisiana.
Because they was mixed with them YT people, and that's why they was able to come back and forth to Louisiana. Hold on,
we were not allowed to go. They
hold
weren't
on,
allowed
bro.
to go.
Hold on, slow down, dog. I gotta stop.
The guy's right though.
Because I'm from. Hold on, nah, no, he's not, bro. I'm from New Orleans, and predominantly most of my family is from Louisiana on my mother's side.
Okay.
I'm talking central and eastern Louisiana, which is New Orleans, where I'm from, and I'm talking about generations deep.
Okay.
And this history y'all
Let
telling
him talk. I
is
want to
very skewed. Yeah, because y'all don't really know too much about what's going on.
Tell
and
us,
the fact that this Louis, I'm talking. If you would listen, this Louisiana Creole language is a composition of multiple indigenous languages of the tribes from Louisiana. And the reason why it's in Haiti is because the fact that it was people traveling back and forth between the mainlands and the islands before colonization, but the colonizers introduced the French aspect of the language, which is their slight influence. So those are indigenous languages we speak, and they're just variations because of the different tribes. So keep that in mind. So there isn't no, oh, this came from here or some one-sided, like y'all said. It was a mixing of the language. Hold on. Shut up and listen.
French.
The ones in the mainland probably did. Shit, ain't no telling.
Yeah.
Ain't no, it didn't come from them. It was melanated people speaking French.
You ever watched the Vikings?
I'm telling you, they probably was melanated too. This is new people we're talking about here.
And you're not even Haitian.
But when it
you
comes to the
African
Louisiana
descendant.
Creole,
Haitians aren't African, so Haitians are not African. And the Haitian Creole does not come from Africans. It comes from the Haitian Indians. And the Haitian Indians,
what I'm
the Haitian Indians, Hold on,
Can I
the
speak on
the
this?
Haitian Indians were Natchez people from Louisiana that were sent to Haiti. So
Can I speak something? Can I speak on this, please?
I
Nobody
also
was
have that
sent to
tribe in my
Haiti.
family. That's why I'm trying to tell
Hello?
y'all.
Can I
Because
speak
I'm
on
speaking
this?
from the people of that land. I have Natchez in my family. I got
Okay.
Blackfoot, I got Atacapa, Chitamachi,
Okay.
all Louisiana tribes.
Can I
That's
speak?
in there.
Can I speak?
I ain't even get a chance to land my plane because you're too busy trying to interrupt me. So
Right.
give me a second. I ain't gonna take too much longer.
Yeah,
But
them
I'm just trying to
Africans
let y'all
aggressive,
know when
bro.
it comes to they could be aggressive. I know how to match energy, but when it comes to this Louisiana culture, people need to understand that there is a difference between the Louisiana Creoles and them Cajuns, like that one that was just on the stage trying to make it seem like just because she could speak the language that she is the people. They tend to do that when they be around us for generations and think they could just mix and mingle. That's why they be trying to switch up the names. No, you Cajun. You ain't no Creole. You not the real bloodline. So people need to start checking that too when we see these people that's trying to say that they are of us. I don't care if you from the mainlands or the islands. So I'm speaking to the Haiti brothers and sisters too, because I don't look at y'all any different from the Americans of the people of the Americas. We know who on this side and who not. So when y'all get on here wanting to trip with us, when all we trying to do is let them know who we are, that be y'all centering yourselves in these conversations. Because technically, we ain't even worried about y'all, but y'all like, oh no, look at me. It ain't even about you. Stop making it about you. That's why it should be going sideways in these conversations, because y'all be too quick to jump in it instead of reading the room. So let's slow this conversation down and speak from a true perspective.
You. How? I mean,
Yeah, because we're talking, it's in the prompt. That's who I'm talking
Zo,
about.
sa ya djou la, men, Zo, sa yo vle djou
Thank
la,
y'all for the follows.
Y'all got it.
moment e pou
What's
yo,
up, Talik?
kon ya moment sa e pou yo li, e batan kou yo pa di Haitien pa pati nou, non? Yo selman djou, le nou fin kite yo,
He's
kon ya la,
Creole, my boy.
se
Get
yo
back
menm
on
ki
that.
rete deye. You feel? Non,
yeah, I'm going.
just talking to him in Creole real quick. I mean, it's y'all was saying it's not about us, which I agree.
You can't hear anything?
Which I agree.
That's
I
what
was
I'm
telling him
saying.
it ain't about him right now. It's about them in Louisiana, the people in Louisiana and their little culture. But I understand where he coming
Hold
from.
up.
Like,
See the condensation that's already coming off. You ain't even have to
So-
come at me like that for letting you know the perspective of somebody that's from that area, just like you would want me to respect you talking about your
exactly.
island, your little
Exactly.
island. So you see how I
Yeah.
could put that extra on it? Don't do that.
Yeah.
If we gonna keep this neutral, don't do that.
You know, so
right? You know what that means, huh?
so that's what they trying to
You
mean.
put that boule cat, right?
Peut-être boule Kylie toujours.
Yeah.
For me, the Haitian culture, we was the one. I would say.
Hold on, I got a question. Who did
Go
Dottie?
ahead.
Who did Dottie?
Louisiana
Bookman say?
culture came from Asia.
Hold on, man. Who did
Let him
Dottie
speak.
Bookman said that they was gonna fight like?
Hold on,
Daddy
man, hold on, man.
That's what we did to the French.
He said we would fight like the Natchez, the Nachi, from Louisiana and Mississippi.
What about
Yeah.
Macandal?
So yeah, put some respect on it.
On who?
Ask your ancestors.
What ancestors?
No.
So
Daddy, why would you say that's Daddy Bookman? Bro, we have a lot of heroes in the. We have a lot of
Don't
heroes
tap
in
dance
the
around
America.
And he's not an American, bro.
I am an American.
Bookman. Bookman is Jamaican, the one that first.
Haitian is part of the
Why you don't know what an
America.
ancestor is then?
He's also part of
What's up, Talik?
I know.
How did you
I
know
know.
Right, man.
American? Why you don't know
Yeah,
what an
yeah,
ancestor
I'm
When you
good.
come,
I know who
come to
Bookman is.
Houston.
I know who
Soon.
Bookman is.
I'm gonna come to Houston soon.
Man, we gotta let me
Wow.
know you get some time, man.
For
It'll
sure.
be a movie.
I know who Bookman is.
so let me can I break in because y'all having a whole
Yeah,
Louisiana
go ahead, Wyatt.
civil
Yeah,
war.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
nah,
love it.
I agree with them. I agree
I'm
with
sucking
them.
up all this information, bro.
I just
I'm free.
man, hold on. Let me see. So
I
this
know
is-
I'm from
this-
America, but yeah, shit. I love all the ancestors.
all right,
You
so
from
this is what
United States.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Let I am finish. Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah, I got
guys, give me 1 minute, please. Guys,
Oh. Fuck what
well,
I
you can
am got
laugh
to
the
say.
way
I
you want
got.
to, but guys, American doesn't exist.
Huh? Right. Go ahead, I am.
American?
All right, man. Oh,
Go
yo,
ahead,
you,
I
you
am.
got to
Go
mute
ahead.
up. So this is my thing. I'm listening, right? So the only question, because I don't have no dog in the fight, because I'm from Texas, right? So my thing is,
American is a state of mind. American doesn't exist.
All right, bro.
You guys are dumb, man.
All right, Joe.
He got
Yeah, get rid of him.
So
He's mixing up America and the United States. That's what he's doing.
How many? Okay, so I hear a lot of people with the Creole knowledge, and I know I can't see him with the brother that was speaking a while ago. I know he got his, but how many of y'all did y'all genealogies?
Like in general?
No, just the ones that's arguing the Creole, because I hear some of them speaking against what these people know from their family. But I'm like, how you gonna tell these people what they know about their family if they did their genealogy, and have you done yours? Because I ain't heard nobody say like, hey, I did my genealogy and whoop-de 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 whoop.
Why should you do your genealogy when you already got it? If you already know your ancestors, you know years of your family, grandmothers on top of grandmothers. What's the point of doing a genealogy when you already got the information?
So I can respond to that, because you know that and you got that documented mentally, and you know that. But it's so many. No, it's not right now. Not in the era that we in, because we got to check receipts. It's so many people in these communities that come into these lives and listen to what y'all say, and then they hop in another live and regurgitate it and start saying this is what they are too, but then don't have any receipts to show that I've done my homework to know who my people are. Like I used to be able to take that. Oh yeah, I know that because my grandmother said this. Nah, man, where your paper? What you got? Which grandmother? That's why I say that.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that's on you. I don't got no genealogy. My genealogy go back to my first grandma. I ain't got no 6 months, no 6 years, no 6 ancestors, none of that. I'm going back to my grandmother, my grandfather. That's it. I ain't got all that. I ain't got that lineage. I'm here. I'm born in America. That's it. I don't got all that. So that's for everybody.
Yeah, I can go back to Ottawa.
You tell me I ain't born in America, you're a lie, because I got my Social Security number.
I feel you, but I can go back to Ottawa Nation with 6 generations. This is the thing, right? So I just been sitting back in the cut, just watching these lives, and I go back and I see people hop in from live to live, and do you know they change who they are, like from month to month to month? When they learn new information from people, they be changing who they were, and then they disappear off the stuff that they said they were before. Like, this is why.
Because there's a lot of fake people in the world, man. So they're gonna spin that narrative anyway. A lot of people don't deal with reality. They're just trying to deal with the come up. So they're trying to come up off this platform as much as they possibly can. They got to lie, cheat, and steal. They're gonna do it. You know what I mean? But everybody, somebody like me, I don't have that information. So whenever I come around like David, he is, you know what I mean, which I love about him. He got all his family information. And I wish I had my family information like that, but I don't, you know what I mean? So it's not there for me. So I love like David, and there's a couple other dudes on his platform that I like because they have that family heritage. And it's not all about genealogy. They have the real information. Genealogy is just a study. You know what I mean? Ology of anything is a study. Once you have the real facts, it's real facts. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I just like to hear, because I don't have none of that stuff. You feel me?
No, thank you. Underrated.
Is it the fact that is it that you just don't know the names, or you don't know how to look?
Dude, bro. My family wasn't tight like that. Let's put it that way.
I got you.
Hey, what's good?
That's all.
What's up, Abby?
Yo, I ain't gonna stay here too long. You know, I'm on bounty hunter search. Yo, which one of y'all is some illegals? Which one of y'all Mexicans? I'm trying to get that $1,500 real quick.
Man, you don't hear no Mexicans on the panel. Like,
there's no Mexican, but I'm Haitian. Would you like to deport me? I don't mind. I'm on my paper. I'll go if you want to.
Like, what the fuck do people be on, yeah?
What'd you say, man?
I said, what do people be on, yeah? Like, you don't hear no Mexicans on the panel.
Yeah, there's no Mexican here, but if he wants to deport it, I mean, they deported the Haitian too, so I'm Haitian. I go.
Oh, you try to get deported?
Yeah.
Giggy?
Of
Getting
course.
deported back to Haiti?
Yeah. At least I got a free ride. I don't have to play the plane ticket.
You say there's no Mexicans. I'm right here, and you kicked me out earlier once
Bro,
I disproved everything you were saying.
Fucking change, nigga.
You ain't disproved nothing.
Yeah, I did.
What did you disprove, dude?
America's only 250-year-old. Your heritage goes beyond that, brother.
Yes. So who named America America?
You talking about United States? Don't
Hold on one
getting them
second.
mixed
Hold on.
up.
Who named America America?
I don't know.
It wasn't Vespucci because America didn't get added to Spanish until after he
Okay,
passed
well,
away.
that's who they say it was, and they say it was America.
They say America didn't get added to
Well,
Spanish.
right. That's why I said I don't know. I already.
Oh
knew
yeah,
that.
so there's two
Yeah,
different.
but you don't even know either.
Oh, can you shut the hell up and let me finish? From Peru, right? And you had Amarisco, which comes from the Mayans. Oh, I thought Mr. Mexican. You know, have you ever heard of Amarisco before?
Bro, I knew all of that, and I said I don't know because that's the only information I had. So if you want to prove to me,
Man, your ass ain't no shit. Shut up. You would have said it if you knew.
I did. You
No, you
said
didn't.
that wasn't who did it. So if I would have said that, then you would have told me that that's not true. That's why I said I didn't know, because I knew the story you were talking about, and I agreed with you that that wasn't true. But so that means I don't know what is true, but I know.
Man, you trying to do some word salad.
Hey,
I was about hold on one second. You trying to do some word salad to make it sound like you.
The only
you knew what
reason
was
you want
talking about, dude.
conflict all this time is so you can keep control of the group. Like that's all you're doing, bro.
This is my live stream, so I'm Big Daddy here, regardless of whether you like it or not, nigga. How about that? Now get your ass off my panel.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Stupid ass.
Hey, that guy don't know that Mexico is just a country inside the continent of America.
Exposed.
This guy's crazy, man.
Nigga trying to do reverse psychology and failed at it.
Man.
You know the word of the N word. You guys,
country.
that's in my
It's
mind.
not about America's
Hey,
a
dog.
continent. Mexico's a country.
Yo, yeah.
Hey, I got some books.
Yeah.
Some amazing. How could I I want to send them to you. You can like put them in the background, everybody, so they can shut up, especially for old boy talking noise in here.
You could send it to me on Instagram.
Okay.
And I'll put it on the screen. Yeah.
Watch this shit.
For sure.
Giggy, I got a question for you too, man. So do you know who your people are?
What's that?
Do you know who your people are?
Thanks for the follow. You know.
I mean, all I know, I'm from Haiti, so I mean, that's what I know. I'm from Haiti, and my ancestors are from Africa. That's what I know.
But who told I'm like no argument. I don't just who told you your people were from Africa?
I am ready to learn whatever you want to teach me, unless if you're not gonna disrespect me, that's all. But if you
I'm
want
not
to disrespect, I'll be more than happy to learn something from you. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just be asking questions. I just want to know who told you your people was from Africa.
Well, and from where I'm from, that's when I learned that we are from Africa. I mean, if I'm been lying, from my whole country. Any Haitian that I know, they're from Africa, and then they probably down the line we mix with Tainos, we mix with indigenous people, and the so-called Indian, we mix with everybody. So we're in 2025 right now. So I mean, everybody mixed somehow, somewhere. But originally, we're all from Africa, as far as that I know.
If
All
you Zimba African.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Got 7. All right, cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to know that because that's I hear that from people because a lot of times they get this Americanized history, even when they not from America. right? And then they automatically just start saying they're from Africa, and then there's no foundation to it. So that's why I always ask people. Like, some people might be like, they could be like, hey, look, I know for a fact, you know, my great grandmother was from Africa. She came over here, whoop-de-woo, Scooby-Doo. But just to say like, hey, I'm from Africa, just because everybody said if you from this part, then you from Africa, like that's kind of scary. Because I got some Polynesian homeboys, some Polynesian homeboys that's more melanated than me, and their hair is coarser. I ain't gonna. I bet ain't nobody gonna go tell them they from Africa though. You know what I'm saying?
Listen what you
I
said,
got
but
these.
the
Hold on,
thing
one
is,
second.
we all mix.
Yeah, 1 second. We got all right. These are the books Talik and sent me. You want to explain them, Talik, or you want me to get it through it?
Yeah.
All right. So we got what book is it? So yeah, this reads Subcontinent and Southeast Asian Journey to Mexico on ships in the Manila Galleon. Upon arrival in Mexico, they were grouped together as categorized as Chinos. These experiences illustrates the interconnectedness of Spain's colony and the reach of the crown, which brought together Africa, the Americas, Asia, and Europe, and historically unprecedented. In times, Chinos in Mexico came to be treated under the laws as Indian, becoming indigenous vessels of the Spanish crown after 1672. Implications of the legal change were enormous. As Indians rather than Chinos, they could no longer be held as slaves. Tatiana Sejas tracks Chino's complex journey from the market in Manila of the streets in Mexico City and from bondage to liberty. In doing so, she challenges commonly held assumptions about the uniformity of the slave experience in the Americas. Then you got the Mixotin War from 1540 to 1542, the Chichimeca War from 1550 to 1590, the Yaqui Wars.
And they were fighting. That's when they came here off the Chino, you know, off the boat, and they were fighting against us on our land against indigenous people. So so when they talk to me about the Buffalo Soldiers and stuff, what we did, no, that's just a little karmatic debt, what y'all did when y'all got here. Because they all fought against us. They fought with the Spanish. It's recorded. That's another book right here.
Embarrassment of slavery. Go ahead.
Yes, the embarrassment of slavery. It breaks it down the Chino slave trade, and also break down King Philip and the Spanish that were they had the Negritos and southern China on lock for 300 years and brought over 1 million to Mexico. So yeah.
But y'all can screenshot if y'all need.
And we saved them again because the only reason why they was even to get any autonomy because they was classified as us.
Right.
So that's what that was breaking down. That was from Chino to Chicano. That's one of the books in there. I think we got that one. And that I might have sent it to you.
For sure, we got that.
There it is in the corner. That's another good one. Yeah, that's the one right. That's the one right there. Asian slaves in colonial Mexico.
Nice. Yeah, y'all can take screenshots of these books if y'all want, so y'all can have reference to them and read them yourselves. Slavery and bondage later in Asia, 1250 to 1900. Indians come from indigo. That is not natives. Indigo can be found in Ojibwe. How ironic. How ironic. If Indian comes from indigo, then guess what? The Ojibwe have that in their language.
Right.
Well, yeah, what's up? Man, it's a good what day is it? Your Ojibwe? I got 5 requests on who. What questions? What do you have questions on? I ain't got no questions for you. I ain't got no questions for you. Who is Roseman? Okay. But yeah, anybody can come up on the stage. It's an open panel. Go Go ahead.
Have you been doing a lot of study? Like whenever I've been like one of my Simmons lines that went back into North Carolina to like the 1600s. They had a trade with Switzerland. I'm finding out that a lot of these places before there was even Switzerland, they was even calling some of the places here in the Americas Switzerland and stuff. Are you starting to find that out in some of your studies?
I haven't come across that.
Yeah.
Who come from Simmons?
Yeah, I have a Simmons line. It's just a pony Blackfoot line.
Yeah, it's Blackfoot. I got a Simmons that he was a lodger on my family's land when they came down and mixed with Choctaw.
Yeah. This one, there was a pony Blackfoot from North Carolina. Went from North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida. Linked up with the Seminoles and came to Texas from Jacksonville, Florida. We're from Texas to Alabama, then Texas.
Oh man, we're gonna have to rap. We got some land over here. Matter of fact, I got some Simmons buried on my land.
Oh dang. Yeah, that Simmons line is a real archaic, ancient last name. But what we're finding out, a lot of these surnames are like one of my other Mosley lines. There was I can't think of one of the lines, but they was based out of South Carolina. It was one of the tobacco planters, but they also had ships that went back and forth to Wales. So one book that I always tell people to check out is Indian Givers. Check out Indian Givers on how whenever they had a mass when all these nations came here, we were making everybody rich. First with the Spanish. The Spanish found a mountain of gold, a mountain of silver, found so many pearls, so much indigo, so much the cotton with the extra long cotton, because our cotton is different in the other places. That's why cotton was so crazy, because most cottons in other places is whenever you pull it is maybe half an inch or something like that. Our cotton, when you stretch it out, sometimes 2 to 3 inches, maybe 4. So that's what made it so antagonizing coming here. And the biggest in our biodiversity, we've always produced at least 75% of the world's produce. Check out the book Indian Food. Yeah, we produce 75% of the world's food for a long time. So this was the land of milk and honey. That's what a lot of people don't understand. When you check that book out, Indian Givers, you'll never look at America the same. But yeah, that Simmons line is heavy.
You opened up some doors I need to go look into.
Check out them courthouses wherever y'all from. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to find a burnt courthouse. Yep. And after that, y'all going to find some land loss. So y'all tap into them courthouses and don't get stumped whenever y'all get stopped. A lot of times you get stopped on your genealogy with American Indians, is 9 times out of 10, it's a courthouse involved with it. So when you lock in with that courthouse, that's when you got like a civil lawsuit too as well. That's something you can build on your cases and stuff. Because that's the evidence right there. You guys had all the land, and then whenever the courthouse got burned down, mysteriously all these people with these records, their genealogy going all the way back to these European places, have took your land, and your genealogy is mysteriously there stopped. That's it.
Man, that's a trip. That's good stuff.
It's burning from California all the way to New York. Yeah.
How do y'all take that back?
With your family, getting on one accord before we linking up with other people. Get your family right together. Get your family business together. That's what I'm doing.
I was just about to say that. I'm gonna tell y'all what. So this is how I found our land. Is that I said about 7 years ago, this company, they was widespread and they was going through. This is when everybody start doing those swabs and sending your information in ancestry. They start contacting families and saying, hey, the elders, and saying, hey, we found some land in whoop-de-woo state, some in this state. It's called a probate. You don't want to fight all that legal crap. We can take care of it for you. We just need to get a hold of the elders in your family and have them sign off. So what they offered my family was, ain't nobody. My brother-in-law played in the NFL, but besides him, ain't nobody in my family ever seen 80 G's in their checking account, right? So they was offering them 80 G's a piece, the elders, to just sign off. So you know what they was gonna do, right? So I'm telling them, like, this is where I start first getting into genealogies, because I had never seen one before. When I was in college, we had the Red River County database in my step. Happened, not knowing that was illegal, what they was doing, and that company don't exist anymore, but it was a lumber company actually doing it. So
Okay.
that's why I'm fighting in Texas.
Did the prompt change? That's
Yeah.
oh snap! Oh dang! I ain't even peeped. What the hell? Wow! I didn't even know the prompt changed. Wow.
It's a trip.
Whatever.
He right. Get in touch with your family when you start, if y'all doing all this ancestry and stuff, and you putting that information out there to the public where they can see your. Get in touch with your family and start talking to them now, because what'll happen is they'll get in touch with the brokest joker in your family, and he'll sign off and collect that dough and want nobody know.
She said, "What kind of prompt is that?" Well, why don't Black Americans speak African languages? Oh man, this reeks of Lumbee. Are you Lumbee, Dylan? Dylan? Are you Lumbee, Dylan? Half Cherokee. Oh, you're half Cherokee. So if you have some vendetta against Lumbee, I guess that makes sense, right? Because you're Cherokee. The Cherokee don't tend to not like the Lumbee. Dylan. Are you mad at the Lumbee, Dylan? What's up, C3? Yeah, C3 mommy in the building. What a dooski.
It got quiet up here.
All right, people chilling. I'm in Oklahoma at the moment. Boring as S out here, homie. Boring as shit out here, homie. Why Oklahoma boring? Huh?
I'm gonna tell you what makes stuff less boring when you really know what's up under that dirt and that land. You start feeling them damn spirits and stuff and them ancestors. They'll start coming up out of you. Think it's boring. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
facts. Though.
Oklahoma is
You know,
boring, man. I used to go there.
if you go to Broken Bow, if you can go to Broken Bow and you when you get out there and really start walking, man, you'll feel something. You feel different. Like I know that sounds spooky and all, but it for real. Like something ain't right.
Boring is nice.
That's why New Orleans you can feel it so good because a lot of they bury above the ground. So it's a lot of spirits. It's a lot of spirits is walking. That's why it's dangerous to drink alcohol. Our ancestors saying a lot of our ancestors say in New Orleans or Bell Banca, don't drink the spirits in Bell Banca because whenever you bury the dead not under the ground, they are free fall. People. This is a lot of the shamans and stuff. What I always talk about, a lot of the Tacapa Ishak. What I always talk about, we say about drinking in Bell Banca, but we know it's New Orleans. A lot of the spirits are really not underground, so you're more susceptible to being taken over whenever you're drinking and stuff. So that's a lot of my people would talk about. My people at Tacapa Ishak band out of Texas, Moss Bluff, Texas, Liberty, with the Panther band.
Nice. Wow. Did somebody? I don't know. What's up? There's a lot of places I gotta see. Jules said, "Born is nice." It's storming Oklahoma right now. What's up, Wavy? Go ahead.
Oklahoma that's funny. Oklahoma getting tore up. It seems like the more we wake up, the people that's in Oklahoma ain't supposed to be there, they get they stuff tore up. For real. That was the yellow brick road to deception.
Right. For sure.
OKC.
There's so many hidden records and stuff out there. It's ridiculous. There's like one of my family, like one of my lines got denied on the Dawes Rose. And I tried to get them records back. They snatched them back. You know what I'm saying? It's in Oklahoma.
Wow. What's up, Crystal?
Yep. Because now in the court of law, if you got the papers where they deny you, that's actually grounds for them to be sued.
Right.
So Ancestry's been taking a lot of their stuff off. They've been guilty of it. If it's happened to me. So, yeah.
My family are listed in the Ottawa nation, and once they traveled down here and got to Oklahoma, you know, they started a nation, Ottawa nation here.
Yeah, I think somebody said, yeah, most of our people got denied on that Dawes Rose. Most of our people did try to get on there. After the Dawes Rose, they had that Curtis Act. That's when they did, you know what I'm saying, took the tribal power from my indigenous chiefs and gave it to a lot of the ones that was on the Dawes Rose and the half-breeds and stuff. Some not even half-breeds, so yeah. But Dawes Rose was a part of detribalizing and taking the power of a lot of the tribes and stuff and giving it to the federally recognized tribes that work with them and stuff like that ceded over a lot of things.
Yeah, you can see it. Like when you watch it, if you printed off all your stuff and you just kind of put it all in a timeline, man, it trips you as they travel from state to state. And then they got to Oklahoma and was denied because they came through Virginia, and all those papers had already labeled them as Negro and Black. And they got here and got duped. And then you had to become a freedman. Man, that stuff is wild.
Thought I wouldn't join it. No, we talking about back in the day. A lot of our ancestors applied to get on the Dawes Rose. They just denied us. And that's what $5 Indian term come from. A lot of them paid $5 to new settlers and stuff. $5 to get put on the road and stuff.
Yeah, my family had lost. They was in the middle of a WAR. And I used to wonder, like, okay, well, how can you be in the middle of a WAR? I'm thinking to myself, like Red Dawn situation, right? And now I'm looking at the situation. We having little small WARs everywhere, but it ain't bothering me from going to 7-Eleven every day. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it happened. Now I understand. I didn't understand when I was first getting into this. Like, man, ain't no way they was having big WARs like that. And, you know, people down here didn't know, you know, but nah, it can happen because we're having them right now.
History repeat itself.
What's up, Crystal?
Hey, y'all. I was just saying, don't join today, y'all, because we know they imposters. In the 1934 Reorganization Act said that they assimilated and adopted our constitutions. Hey, sure. They said they assimilated and adopted our constitutions, and then they gave them a revolving line of open credit and to expand their reservations. So who is your people?
So you saying my family tribe is
I'm saying all tribes is bullshit, and I'm related to your family tribe too. The hell? Shit, we cousins. The fuck? So
That's facts though. You ain't lying because look, it's the same stuff going on right now. My family didn't get duped by YT people. We got duped by some people in our family. My Choctaw side duped my Ottawa side because my Ottawa side was coming from a WAR, and they came down here thinking that it was gonna
prisoners of the scrimmage.
Yep, they thought they was gonna come down here and have a fresh start. They got reclassified on the way, and then the young girls on my mom, on my mom's side, the young ladies, this is what it is. Some of them Choctaw men was like, "Oh yeah, we'll take y'all in. And guess what? They was picking who they was gonna marry later on. Some of them jokers was 20, 30, late 20s, and they was hooking up 15-year-old girls, having kids. You know what I mean?
Law.
It's wild.
Law. I am. Do you know the law? So those men decided to be guardians, right, to those young girls. And by law, they can marry the girls at 12 and the boys at 14. By law.
Ain't that wild?
Ain't that wild?
Yeah.
That's why them men 30, 40, 50 years older than those girls. Because by law, he can marry her at the age of 12.
Come over here, Dad.
So that's why I'm real careful now when I say, oh, the white tee did us this, the white tee did us that. No, I'm looking at some of the situations that was going on in my paperwork. We did it to us first, and then we allowed them to do it to us because we was doing it to ourselves.
You look up Hernando de Soto, that's how he exposed us beefing amongst each other. And you know what I'm saying? Being tribal like we are, being in our own, you know what I'm saying? Yep.
Okay, so we know that that this land has been many, many things for many, 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 many moons. I'm talking about so many moons. I read this thing that there were buildings and stuff, but we weren't even living in them. We was out wandering around in the woods. So like we had left the cities and moved back into the trees and left the cities empty. When they came through, that it was just all this technology and stuff that we weren't even messing with no more. And to say that maybe we had a reprobate mind. What's the man name? Never
40 years of wilderness.
We out in the woods, but we could have been in the buildings. And we stopped wearing the textiles and making the textiles and stuff. You know, and went back to the leaves and the tree branches and whatnot. You know, real natural like. That's crazy.
There are a lot of art and stuff that comes from Russia and stuff. You see stuff from the Americas in the 1300s, us wearing tennis shoes and stuff back then, and with fully paved roads and stuff. It's looking like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? With clothes on, pants, you know what I'm saying? And this is 1300s, because we had extensive trade with Russia. That's a whole nother story, you know, so.
So, hey, I'm about to hop off here, y'all. This big talking.